Hello again, and welcome to another episode of Go Mega Otaku Gamer Alpha. I'm your Mega Otaku Gamer. I am Ken-chan. And today we're going to be gaming on a Samsung Chromebook Plus. The very machine that I'm actually doing this video, well, at least doing this part of the video on. And we are going to look at some specs of the machine first, which is why I decided to start from this. Okay, so this is from The Verge. I just, I look wherever I can to find information about this machine. But it looks like my camera is covering this up. 4 gigs of RAM, 32 gigabytes of storage, micro SD expandable. I have a card in there that's another 32 gig. Dual array mic, which I'm not using right now. I'm using this microphone that I've plugged into it. 720p webcam. Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. 2 USB Type-C ports. Stylus. It slides into the side there and does all that stuff. Island type keyboard. No backlight. Accelerometer and gyroscope. Thank you very much. Okay, you have the how much space it takes up, how much it weighs. Let's go up here to the batteries. About 8 hours of battery life. The processor is an OP1 ARM. The Pro, of course, has a different one. The ARM, this OP1 ARM is a hexacore processor. Chromebook Plus. Okay, and these are some more specs here. It has a 4 gig memory, onboard memory, a hard drive of 32 gig. Again, we've kind of been through this. So anyway, here's some more. Just move this up a little bit here. A little bit about the weight, the ports, power, things that don't, etc., accelerometer and gyroscope. Things that, are a little bit more on the back burner. But the big things here, of course, is the hexacore processor for performance and graphics and whatnot. So that's anyway to give you an idea of what the machine is capable of. Now, as a gaming machine, I will say this about it. It of course, because it runs the Android apps, you would think that it plays all the Android games. It plays Android games quite well. What it does not do, of course, as you remember, you may have seen in some of the older episodes here from before, I still have this MOGA controller, this MOGA Pro controller. And I like it. And I tend to want to use it. I'm strange that way. So, it's a Bluetooth device, and I connect it to this machine via Bluetooth to play games with. A lot of the I found, though, that there's quite a few games that, say you put a phone in the slot on the MOGA controller, and you use the controller to play the game, it'll work. With this Chromebook, not all of those games work so well with the controller. But there are still a decent number of games that do work with the controller. And we're going to take a look at that next. And we're also going to take a look at different ways that you can stand this machine up. You can use it in laptop mode. It also does like a tent mode kind of thing for gaming. For anything, actually. You can use it for whatever application you're using. But you can use it, for gaming. It's great in tent mode also. So that's the next thing we're going to look at. We're going to go ahead and we're going to take a look at this machine in action, playing some games with the MOGA controller. And maybe even look at some gaming without the MOGA controller. But the big thing for me, for something like this is just me, is that it works with, I want it to work with a controller of some sort. And MOGA being a Bluetooth controller, it's probably one of the best ones out there, or at least one of the most common ones out there. I kind of want it to work with that. So anyway, let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into the games. Okay, we're just going to start out real easily here in laptop mode, and I'm going to show you to see where your Bluetooth happens. You go down here into the corner. You have your Bluetooth enabled. I have it turned on here. And you can go and see what devices you have going on. This shows that the MOGA Pro controller here is in fact connected. You can see, well, I don't know if you can. There we go. The blue light here and this light here. This is showing us that this is connected. This would be, these four things would be flashing here if it wasn't connected, and not to mention the fact that it says connected right there. So we see that that's connected. So now let's go into our games, and I had already selected Neon Shadow. So I'm going to turn the volume. I'm going to mute the volume on this because of YouTube and their music thing. And there's buttons here for if I wish to. If I do that, you see this stuff down here disappeared. Okay, I get a full screen out of it. Okay, and we do this stuff, and you see that this is very much like old Doom. It plays like some of the classic first-person shooters, which is nice. Let's see how I'll take this stuff. Those things hurt. Okay, well that's protecting me right now. And that was a quick level. I like, just like a lot of the classics, you can get out of them really quickly if you want to. Okay, whoops. And we're back. Okay. Alright, cutting off external communication. You see, you have a guiding arrow up there that tells you which way to go, which is kind of cool. There we go. I really would like to pick up another kind of weapon. I really don't like. What's this? Nope. To get these power nodes. So anyway, you get the idea. This looks really nice. I like the way it looks. It looks a lot like a classic first-person shooter. So that's Neon Shadow. Okay, so before we go into another game, let's just do this. So we have this in laptop mode, like this. Let's put this into tent mode. How about that? And it looks like this. Okay. Get the camera on it here. So, now we're in tent mode. And we can come up here and we can go into our games. Let's see, I got two different games folders here. How's about a little good old Tomb Raider. Some of these, when they start in like a phone size thing, if you blow them up, they have to restart a second time. So I'm fine with that. We'll start right into the game. And who remembers this on the PS1? That PlayStation 1 goodness when this came out. Oh my God. I remember when this came out on the PS1 how like pumped I was. You know, Nintendo 64 had Mario, but PlayStation had this. And this was kind of like a platforming game at that time. It was an adventure game, yes. But so were a lot of platforming games. This was like a platforming game for adults. Not that it's like X-rated or anything like that. I don't mean that, but it was for an older crowd. And this was just wonderful. We're going to go ahead and look at that. I mean, all that classic goodness. Let's see here. What's this? This is the jump. And we got the guns. She got the guns. Now there's no music here, so I think I can get away with maybe, just maybe turning this up a tad. The problem is, first I have to find the controls. Now that I have this intent mode, I'm going to go ahead and put this back right in the middle of the game. Put it right back into laptop mode. So we can turn this up a little bit. Get some of the eerie, creepy sounds in this. Look at that. Ha ha. And, yep, this works with the rocker switch or the stick on this MOGA controller, which is great. Look at that. So crisp and clear. Shoot them bats. Yeah. It's all the PS1 goodness. And PC from that time. It's all that same goodness. Oh, and Sega Saturn had it. Remember that? Huh? How about that? I have the Saturn version of this. Watch, she's going to slide down to her death or something here, probably. Oh, no, this is where the... I think there's a pool down here or something, if I remember correctly. But I installed a lot of these, so I had them handy. But I haven't really taken a lot of time to dive into them. There's some crap down here. Look at this. Now, the fine-tune moving, of course, is just as much of a pain in the ass as it was with... Come on. What do you do?
No.
Oh, there we go. She even told me no. Okay, so that's open. Shoot them bats. Quite sure where I am here. So anyhow, that's some of the original Tomb Raider here. Right here plays quite well on this Samsung Chromebook Plus. Okay, this one's called Radiation Island. This one is newer. It's a new game. It's not a, it's not a classic thing that's been rehashed. It's an actual newer game. Okay. And it's like a first-person perspective, as you see. That's how you swing your club there. And there's stuff... You see, there's a thing I can pick up. See. Yeah. You can shift it into this move mode here. And you can, I think this is one of those hybrid ones where you grab the stuff by pointing on the screen. But I really like this. Switch your perspective quickly and easily. I like the graphics on this so far, and the control is kind of smooth. It's not like this. It's not, you know, the most perfect thing in the world, but what is? I mean, this is, you know, mobile right here. This is what mobile is all about, really, in my opinion. I'm not sure what I do here. Okay, so but. This is what makes mobile cool, because it brings back a lot of these older kind of things that you saw like 20 years ago plus, and it makes them kind of fresh and new again, and that's kind of cool, and all of the innovation, really, well, not all, that's not fair, a lot of the innovation that's going on is going on in mobile, in the mobile market. The mobile market, of course, is the largest market. And this is the way I prefer to do mobile. You can do mobile on a phone where you play, you know, the simpler littler games, which are fun too. I like those just as much. For, you know, in certain scenarios and situations, but when it comes right down to it, if I'm the kind of person that really likes to get into something. Not sure what I'm doing here. I like to do something that's full-blown and, you know, big. But I'm just wandering around here to show you what this looks like. And here's my guy. And I'm not playing this game to win it right now. I'm not playing it to beat it. I'm not even playing it to do anything. I'm just giving you an idea of what this is all about. Whoops. Let's go back outside downstairs. And this is really good. This is kind of like something like you would have found on like a PS2 maybe back in the day, or, you know, like a Xbox. I think a lot of those, you know, they have actually a game that was on the Xbox here. I'll probably go into that a little bit here next. But Radiation Island, there it is, on the Samsung Chromebook Plus. This one was on Xbox, and it was great, if anybody remembers. So, but see, I haven't. I had a game on here, but I did a power wash of the system, so I'm not going to sit here and create a character for you now. But I do want to give a heads up that this is available on, you know, in the Android market right now, and this is good. Oh my God, is it good? And I've played this on here, and I've gotten a little bit of ways with it, not very far, but it plays every bit as good as it did on the Xbox. It handles nicely. It looks good. It's way worth it. It's one of those ones that costs a couple bucks. Not really that expensive. I think it's like $10. But it's worth it. So, you know, it's worth it. It really is. If you're a Star Wars fan, if you're a fan of this game, you want a mobile version of this, even if it's not on a Chromebook Plus, even if you want it on your phone, you know, it's way worth it. So I just wanted to point out this game as well. So we're going to let the accelerometer and all that crap do the thing for us here. Okay. And yep, that's how it works. You can use this. Now, I also have this set up to use the joystick. Whoa, 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 whoa. So this is kind of clumsy. I'm just showing you this. I prefer to use the joystick. I'm just showing you this to let you know that you can do this with this. You can steer it just like a tablet or a phone. Does all that good stuff. Okay, and it looks good. You know, I'm not very good at this kind of control scheme. Well, I'm not that good at this kind of control scheme when I have a camera sitting in front of me and I'm trying to hold this thing, you know, in a clumsy way. I could probably do better if I, you know, actually was focused on this. But again, I'm just showing you this. So anyway, these are other capabilities that this machine has. It is a very nice way of playing these different kinds of games on the go. Okay, let's pause that. We'll open this back up to good old laptop mode. And there you have it. That is the Samsung Chromebook Plus and some of the gaming abilities that it has. It can do a Bluetooth controller. Some games can use the keyboard. Some games utilize the gyroscope and the accelerometer. It has both. And you can use it in laptop mode. You can use it in tent mode. And it makes all around a good portable, semi-portable gaming system. You carry it around in a little briefcase, and you know, or a backpack, maybe with your MOGA controller. I recommend, if you're going to use, I just recommend this controller, period. But you know, or a MOGA controller Pro, or you know, any of the MOGA controllers really are good for controlling, you know, in Bluetooth fashion, so you can get your game on that way. So thanks for tuning in. Be sure to share and subscribe and like. It really helps the channel when you do that, and we will see you next time.